Something that is common, in fact, actually mandated by law in the United States, is for cars to have side markers. But in Europe and other parts of the world, it is not a legal requirement. So why is this? Why is it a legal requirement in the United States, but over in other parts of the world, it is not? What are the benefits and drawbacks to this? Well, glad you asked. That's what we're going to go through in today's video here on the channel, guys. So American cars have some really interesting lighting features, with one of the best examples being the side markers on all American spec vehicles. This has been a topic of debate, especially when comparing them against European cars. For better or worse, American regulations have always dictated the lighting systems in cars. Indeed, I believe it's from 1968, so quite some time ago, and for the vast majority of people, totally within living memory. And it's also one of the reasons why they work differently to the rest of the world. But why? Well, side marker lightings are not the only unique lighting feature that American cars have. They also don't have amber turn signals, and larger trucks and SUVs, which go over a certain width, need to have marker lights at the front as well as the rear of the vehicle, just like the Ford Raptor, for example, which the aftermarket now calls the Raptor lights. And the reasons for them really are quite simple. It's all about visibility. More specifically, it's improving the visibility or the judgment of an approaching vehicle to determine the length and the direction of the vehicle that is moving when viewing it from the sides. At the end of the day, you can't really tell how wide a car is just by looking at it from a certain angle. You have to actually see it from behind to be able to do that. If you're seeing it side on, you might not know. However, if you see those indicators there, then you've got a good idea that that's a rather large vehicle. However, this is not the case in Europe and a lot of other places as well. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the NHTSA in the United States, these side lights are, quote, to enable a driver to see another vehicle that is approaching at an angle at night, and to see if it is early enough that the driver can stop in time to prevent a collision, or at least slow down to reduce the severity of said collision, end quote. Now, some vehicles in Europe do have these side marker lights, but generally, if they are under 6 meters long, they do not require them. That's why you'll often see them on things such as trucks, buses, or other large vehicles, but you won't see them on everyday cars or SUVs. So does that make cars safer in the United States? Well, it's not perfect. I mean, the fact that there aren't amber lights there is very much a big drawback to American vehicles, in my opinion. The turn signals on American cars in general are a lot less visible. The fact that they are in red, which is the standard light for brakes, it doesn't really stand out as much as an amber light here in Europe. Furthermore as well, fog lights are not mandated in the United States either, but they are in European countries. However, my own personal experience with fog lights is that I don't really like them, to be honest with you. I live in a part of England that is particularly foggy, especially in the winter, and when the fog is really bad, they don't actually help. They actually do make things more dangerous, in my opinion, because they actually just reflect off of the fog and end up almost blinding you as a result rather than helping. So there are drawbacks. It does, however, make you more visible to a vehicle, so it swings and roundabouts, really. Every country and region in the world has their own regulations when it comes to road safety, and the US is no different. And these side lights, these side markers, are something that really make them stand out. But guys, get your thoughts in the comments below. Is this a safety feature that should be replicated in Europe? Is this something that is a bit unnecessary in the States, in your opinion? I want to hear what you have to say about this, as always. Like, share, comment, subscribe, guys. As always, have a fantastic day wherever you're in the world today, and we'll see you very soon.